Hey, what's up, guys? So I just got finished up my trading session for the day. Today was a long trading session for me. I normally don't look at charts this long, but the first 2 hours of market open, I was live trading on Zoom with my Inner Circle members. We saw no setups. Pretty much everything was super choppy, mainly because CPI data came in neutral. So the market wasn't really upset or wasn't really happy. So we're kind of just chopping around. So I had to wait till we developed some kind of market structure, whether that came today or tomorrow. And it eventually ended up happening today. It just took a little bit. So anyways, as you can see, I just got out of my trade. I took one trade today on ES and then making around $376 on 16 of my PA Apex accounts. So in total, made around $6,000 in profit on the day. So even though today was a good day, right, it wasn't an easy day in the market. So anyways, let me go into the chart and show you guys the trade I took. So inside my Inner Circle group, again, this is after the live session. I said at 10:34 my time, 12:30 Eastern, I said nice pullback on ES here. Okay, so let's go and look at 1034. So if we zoom out here, first let me just show you the trend. If you guys don't know how I trade already, I'm a trend pullback trader. So I like to trade with the trend, but get in on the pullbacks. As you can see, we're in a nice bullish trend. We have consistent green Heikin-Ashi candles. So I wanted to focus on longs today. So if we go into the 5-minute chart, if we actually see what happened here, overnight, we're pretty much sideways, just waiting for the CPI data. CPI data came out. Nothing really happened. And we kind of just slowly sold off to our old support level. Again, there was no setups in this whole period when I was live. And what we noticed right here is when we got to our support area, massive volume came in. Okay, typically when massive volume comes in within the first hour of the day, this is usually the low or the high of day. In this case, it was the low of day. So from there, I only like to trade longs when we're above the VWAP and with that 4-hour trend. So basically what I told my members once I got off the live like right here, was I want to wait for a pullback to VWAP and then we can get in and take it to new highs, something like that. We end up just ripping up this entire way. Just slowly grinding up. There really wasn't any pullbacks enough for us to actually get an entry. So anyways, we finally got this pullback. We had a big pullback here, very aggressive pullback. Huge volume came in. And let me go into the 2-minute chart now. So once we're pulling back, right, I know I want to look for longs. We can also see not only did that match up with VWAP, but if we do a little fib retracement, we can see this also lined up with our 50 at first, and then that last one was our 61.8. So again, I'm not looking for specifically where we're going to bounce. I'm looking for volume to come in, and again, I don't get in on the lows. I wait for confirmation. Okay, so it's not like I'm buying right at the 61.8 and getting really good entry. I like to wait for confirmation. So if we look at that, let me just remove this. Right, what I do is I go into the 2-minute time frame. And this is where a lot of people made a mistake I noticed today. So what happened was we pulled back. We got nice volume coming in. This is what I like to see because this tells me where I can put my stop loss, right? So we'd put our stop right here. And I noticed a lot of people got in on this candle right here. Now, the reason I didn't take this first run up, right, because I actually entered way over here, right at 10:52 my time, 12:52 Eastern. The reason I didn't enter right here, and this is actually, if we go back to our Discord, where I told people, nice pullback on ES here, right? Is because all these candles, there's bottom wicks, okay? So if you guys know my confirmation, I'm looking for the MACD to cross, volume to come in, and a green Heikin-Ashi candle that is bullish looking, okay? The way Heikin-Ashi candles work is it's bullish if it has no wick at the bottom and a big body. As you can see, these all had wicks at the bottom, and by the time we got a candle with no wick at the bottom, right, it was too late, right? We had to put our stop way down here, and typically I like to see the no bottom wick candle within the first 2 candles, okay, within the first 2 green candles, right? So this actually saved me because all of a sudden, this is going up, it looked good, and then we all of a sudden dumped, right? We all of a sudden dumped again, and this is where I got kind of excited because it gave me another chance to enter this trade because I couldn't enter this first run up. Right, so basically, once again, MACD was already crossed, and then I waited for a no wick at the bottom candle within the first 2. As you can see, it happened right here. I ended up entering right at around 65, 64.50, something like that. And obviously, I had to put my stop below the lows, right? This is where the volume is. So the way I see volume is I see it as defense for my position. So I want to put my stop below the defense, right? So that's why I put it down here. And actually what ended up happening here was kind of weird, okay? So we basically ran up a bit and, we're going up and I just hated the volume, right? When I get in, I want to see the volume slowly increase. And we just weren't getting that with these, next 3 candles that I was in the trade for. So I actually took the trade off right at 67 for a very small gain. Just because I didn't like the volume. I wanted to play a little bit more defensively. And I actually took the trade off on this candle, okay? So I took the trade off on this candle, and then all of a sudden this candle closed, and I noticed if I went to the normal candles, right, what I noticed here was this candle had a nice wick at the bottom, and we actually got some volume coming in when we dipped down here. So basically during this candle, I sold like right here. We dipped down, we got some good volume coming in, and then we wicked back up. So what I ended up doing was I actually got back into this trade on this candle right here, and I put my stop below this wick. Okay, so I had a very tight stop loss. I had it at 64.50. So I basically acted like I was still in the trade. I just got out for a second and then I got back in. It was simple as that. I was able to move my stop loss way up here instead of having to risk all these points, right? So at this point, if I lost this, I would be back at break even because I took a small gain from before. So that's why I re-entered this trade. It kind of just made sense to do that. And then all of a sudden we got a nice run up. We ran up all the way to 73, and this is actually where I got out. I originally wanted to see, up in the 75, 76s. Now, the reason I got out at 73 was just because, typically this is what I noticed, especially if you guys watched my recap video yesterday. You'll see that there's a few trades where I was up almost $7,000 and I didn't take the trade off, right? And it stopped me out at break even. And I was kind of reflecting on that last night. And I realized that most of my trades work out the best when we get that aggressive buying and then we start slowing down, then I take it off, right? Instead of aiming for a specific target, sure, I want to get near the target, but I'm not going to wait for that specific target, right? That's kind of what I did yesterday. It screwed me over a few times yesterday. So that's what I decided to do today. So this is technically what my risk reward looked like because I re-entered at 67, had my stop very tight on this reversal candle. So once we got this aggressive push up, I waited till it slowed down a little bit and then just fully got out there. It made sense. Now, again, I would still be in this trade, right? If my stop was still down here and let's say I just kept it running the whole time, we got back up to the 74, 75-ish. Obviously, this trade would still be playing out and we can still aim for that better risk reward. Keep in mind, we would have entered way down here. So would it look something more like this? So technically, I could have still been in this trade if I wanted to and let it play out. But again, I typically don't like trading later in the day anyways. So that's why I want to just get out of that thing. So anyways, guys, that was my one and only trade for the day. Technically two, if you count that getting out and then re-entering basically where I got out. Again, pretty tricky day just because of how choppy it was this morning. Very slow. Kind of made you bored. Kind of made you want to take a trade when it's boring. So that's where you really have to, just stay disciplined, wait for a setup, relax, and be okay with not taking a trade. Because before this happened, I was literally about to call it a day. Then all of a sudden, ES started selling off, and we saw a nice opportunity. So anyways, that's my trade recap for the day. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you guys want to join our free Discord community, inside of here, I show my trading plan every single day, all my levels for ES, NASDAQ, and gold. We also have an awesome community of all kinds of members and traders you can chat with. So if you guys want to join this community, like I said, it's completely free to viewers of this YouTube channel. All you have to do is go to the first link in the description below or just head over to this link right here. That being said, guys, as always, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for another day of trading. Hopefully we get some better market structure opening up for tomorrow. We'll see what happens.